still have 12 or 7 minutes. What? Fine.
Just an easy, quick decent.
Go for it. Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
To everyone here, to all of those who are joining us in our beautiful sanctuary, those who are joining us in our online community, turn around to that camera right back there, wave hello, Shabbat Shalom, as we join our communities together as one. And as we gather tonight, our hearts may feel continually stretched by the world outside. We may find that the recent election brings with it perhaps hope or disappointment for you. And we may further feel immense pain and sadness as we woke up again to news of a brutal attack on members of our global Jewish community. In the very city where Anne Frank hid, and almost to the day of the annual commemoration of Kristallnacht, Israeli soccer fans found themselves hunted and attacked, a modern-day pogrom, just for showing up in Jewish pride. When realities come about or feel far from our deepest hopes, we're called to lean into community, to embrace one another, to show up, to truly hear one another, to lean in with curiosity, and especially in these moments, to lay focus to one another's humanity. Showing up for each other in any moment is an act of courage. Cynicism may feel like a natural response for some, but hope, tikva, is a choice we can each make as individuals and together. As we move forward, I want to call all of us to commit and recommit to making our gathering spaces ones that are filled with joy and hospitality and grace, to honor that here in our Beth Israel home, we always serve this place and remember and recall and enter this place as a true sanctuary and a light for all who seek it. No matter what pain befalls the Jewish community or who holds public office, our Jewish values remain our bedrock, guiding us and grounding us in the light of our tradition. Whether we grapple with grief or joy or frustration, let us always be mindful and lead with love and spirit and a commitment to one another. The harder the world feels, the more tender, empathetic, curious, and caring I believe we must become. And tonight, we come here with the fullness of heart and community as we officially install Rabbi Ilana Ackerman Hirsch as our assistant rabbi. Let the joy and the spirit of this moment remain in our hearts, and as we welcome Shabbat and hold this moment for Ilana, for her family, and for all of us, we are so very blessed. So in this moment of joy, truly lean in. I'm inviting you to take a pause. I'm going to invite everybody for a second. Take a breath. Close your eyes if you need to. Recenter yourselves. Be in this moment. As we begin to bring light into our space this evening, I am delighted to call upon Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch's family to join us on the bima, along with her very good friend, someone who I've known for a very long time as well, Erev Rav, almost Rabbi, Yael Farber, very close. As is recognized always, we light 2 candles, Shemor v'Zachor, to keep and to remember always to bring light into this moment. We light these 2 additional candles as we've been doing since October 7th, to remember those hostages that are still in our hearts, those that cannot light Shabbat candles for themselves. We bring more light into our space, hopeful that the reflection permeates and transcends over to where they dwell in these moments.
Adonai,
tonight we are so blessed. It feels a little like High Holidays a little bit, right? A little bit? A little bit. We have our Zimmer Chorale. We have our youth and teen choirs. We have Heidi Gantwork, as always. We have our amazing musicians. We are blessed. And so we begin Kabbalat Shabbat, page 14 in your prayer books. We join together Or Zarua.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Lochem l'shalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Sitchem l'shalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malachei Elyonim Melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu.
Page 20. Chaduti.
Adoni, Bigrakala, Bene Shabbat, Nekavela, Adoni, Bigrakala, Bene Shabbat, Nekavela, Shabbat. Please be seated. Last year, during the interview process, when we first met Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, a staff member reflected, "I forgot that she wasn't already part of the team." That comment speaks volumes about Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch and how she has naturally fit in here at Beth Israel. She embodies warmth, grace, and an authentic connection that resonates deeply with just about all of us. Since joining us, Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch has truly been a gift to our community. She's jumped in wholeheartedly with an openness and enthusiasm that has already begun to reshape and strengthen our shared journey. And as I reflect on our journey to this moment, I can't help but notice the unique paths that have brought us together. Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch and I both had the privilege of working with the inspiring Rabbi Miri Gold at Kibbutz Gezer. We both immersed ourselves in the world of healthcare chaplaincy during our CPE training at Cedar Sinai. And we both dedicated a year of formal Jewish education as part of our rabbinical studies, dedicated to a year of getting a master's in Jewish education as part of our rabbinical studies. Although she has not, as of yet, decided to also attend cantorial school. These shared experiences have forged a deep connection between us and a bond that has only grown stronger over time with each service we've led, every class we've taught. I've had the pleasure of witnessing Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch's growth and development as a spiritual leader, and I am continually impressed by her compassion and unwavering commitment to building Jewish life and community. One of the first things I notice about Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch is her love for music and the way it creates spaces of beauty and meaning for others. Her gift is not only in the notes she sings, but in the way she invites us all to join her, to find our own voices and harmonies. I've seen her make people feel immediately at home, drawing them into song, conversation, and reflection. And I've also seen her jump at every opportunity to participate and learn by doing. Rabbi Ackerman, Hirsch, I notice how swiftly you've woven yourself into our fabric, your energy infusing new life into our gatherings. I wonder what beautiful paths await us as we continue to walk together in service, learning, and connection. And I deeply appreciate your commitment, your heart, and your presence here at Beth Israel. May this moment be a stepping stone in a long and meaningful journey together. Ken Yehi Ratzon. We rise together on page 146 for Baruch Hu. On God's wondrous creation and God's love for us, we turn to the words of Shema, page 149. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name. We will be seated as we join together on page 150 for Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shokmecha uv'kumnecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beineinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
As we just chanted the Ve'ahavta together, we know that one of the basic duties of Jewish parents is to provide for the instruction of their children. The book of Deuteronomy says, "Take with all of your being these instructions which I charge upon you this day, and impress them upon your children. Recite them when you are at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up." As parents and teachers, as madrichim and family, we all take these instructions seriously. Today, we recognize Rabbi Ilana Ackerman Hirsch, whose deep passion as a Rav, a rabbi, literally a teacher, uses her love and rabbinic skills to instruct, coach, and impart Jewish culture and texts, Jewish philosophy and values in classes of every age and with every personal encounter. How do I know this? On her first visit to our community, Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch came to our high school dinner and was quickly surrounded by our students who were engaged and mesmerized by her honest, open, and warm personality. But more than that, on her first evening of religious school, she bounded out of her office when asked whether she was ready or nervous about her first night. Modestly and passionately, she explained her teaching plan with unparalleled enthusiasm, or as I was taught so many years ago, with en theos, full of godliness, totally inspired, with the kind of joy I rarely see in rabbis, except for Rabbis Navarez and Gimel, of course. Her enthusiasm is matched by her great intelligence, her varied educational background, and her balance of humility and confidence. And most importantly here for us, her deep love of what we call Yahadut, Yiddishkeit, Judaism. And it is those traits which bring us a rabbi for whom teaching with all of her heart, with all of her soul, and with all of her might every day is a certainty. Our tradition says, "Aseh lecha rab uknei lecha chaver," find yourself a teacher and acquire for yourself a friend. And I know that is who we have in Rabbi Ilana Ackerman Hirsch. Page 152. Mi chamocha, it is our responsibility to sing the song of our community, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles and an earth protected and cherished. This is a gift for our children and the generations to come. This is a song of a world redeemed. And we must have this be also a song of peace.
Israel. Oti leolam. Oti leolam. Veshmeru b'nei Israel. Hashabat. Ha'asam Petah Shabbat. V'torah Taberit Olam. Veshmeru b'nei Israel. Hashabat. Ha'asam Petah Shabbat. V'torah Taberit Olam.
As we take a moment to center ourselves before we rise for the Amida, as we rise, I'm going to invite you to turn to somebody behind you, around you, in front of you. Say hello. Shabbat Shalom. How are you? I invite you to rise if you are able. Turn around. As we come together, page 156 in your prayer books, we begin together. Adonai, Adonai, open my lips and my mouth, may declare your prayer and your praise. Then we'll continue silently within our hearts, and I invite you to be seated when you're finished with your own prayer. Those rhythms, those words that lift off the prayer book pages, those meditations that you're uttering in your hearts at this moment. Page 156. This evening, we have the opportunity to come together to officially welcome and install Rabbi Ilana Ackerman Hirsch, who has already impressed so many of us with her warmth, her wisdom, and her remarkable ability to make each person feel genuinely valued and seen. This is the moment in which we get to celebrate you. And I know how much you love to be celebrated. So I know you're sitting there so comfortably and, just. Tonight we honor your call to the rabbinate and the blessing you are and add to our congregation and our community. Reflecting on her journey to Beth Israel, I recall moments from her interview process that gave us a glimpse into the depths of her gifts. From our very first Zoom conversation with the search committee, it was so clear that Ilana possessed a unique and radiant ability to connect, to build relationships that are both grounded and expansive, relationships that are steeped in empathy and guided by a deep love of Torah and of Jewish life. When she first came to campus as a finalist, there was an undeniable sense of presence and care. She took the time not only to answer questions thoughtfully, but to also ask questions that revealed her curiosity and respect for other people's journeys. In each of these exchanges with myself and many others, we all experienced her dedication to meeting people where they are, to listening deeply, and for creating spaces where all can feel welcome and heard. Over these past months, it has become crystal clear that for Ilana, and allow me to use informalities just for this moment in addressing her, and Ilana, for building relationships, it's not simply a professional skill. It's a sacred calling. She believes that each encounter, each connection has the potential to be transformational. She believes in the quality of a great meal and an inspiring outfit, something I connect with her on greatly. We're a little bit of a food snob duo here. This is why we knew from those first conversations that Alana would be an invaluable addition to our clergy team. One of the most striking qualities Alana brings is her talent for nurturing a sense of that community. She understands that a congregation is not just a collection of individuals, but a tapestry of lives that are interwoven with love and with challenge, with learning and with growth. And trust me, they do not teach you this at seminary. I can promise you that. During her interview, she shared stories of how she has witnessed community take shape in moments of joy and in times of struggle. Her perspective spoke of her wisdom, of her belief that the relationships we foster here are essential to how we find meaning and resilience in this greater world that is challenging and compromising and still filled with love. As we formally install her today, a little bit in a few more songs, a few more words, and we'll get there, I'm reminded of an important text that comes from our rabbinic teachings. In Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9, we learn the following. 2 are better than 1, for they get a greater return for their labor. 2 are better for 1, for they get a greater return for their labor. In Ecclesiastes Rabbi, which is the commentary to that specific line, it expands on how relationships enable people to support each other in times of need. And we learn from this quote, it says in Ecclesiastes Rabbi, if one falls, the other lifts them up. Woe to the one who falls and has no one to lift them up. The rabbi shares something here that many of us already know. Relationships are not only valuable, but they're essential. They provide resilience in times of struggle and amplify our joys in times of success. In Jewish thought, as we honor Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch this evening, the emphasis on cultivating these bonds reinforces that life's meaning and purpose are found within our connections to others. Rabbi Alana Ackerman Hirsch, we're so very grateful for the path that led you here. We have seen and heard your gifts, experience, your heart animated, and your dedication to each member of this community already in these months. And we look forward to the relationships you will continue to build and nurture among us. May you continue to find here joy and inspiration and purpose. And may you know how much we already deeply cherish you as our rabbi, our teacher, and our friend. Mazel tov.
We recognize that even on a beautiful evening such as this, that there is brokenness in our hearts. And there are those in our community and within our circle of concern that are in need of refuah shlema, a complete healing, a healing that makes them whole again. We were especially mindful of all of those victims of the pogrom in Amsterdam just last night. And we are also mindful of Ruth Ann Abbott, Julie Alper, Yaakov Avraham ben Fegelchana, Ruth Chana Bat Jane, Sarah Callahan, Ori Scout Cohen, Bernard Dime, Denise Garrick, Robert Ilko Jr., Alfredo Jelawiski, Tracy Jones, Kevin Lyons, Yulia Lubovnaya, Lisa Nichin, Sharon Resnick, Carlos de los Rios, Rhonda Schwartz, Marcy Siegel, Hugo Stolper, Victoria Tegmeyer, John Uri, Ilka Weinstra. Perhaps there's a name on your heart that you would like to add to our prayers of healing. I invite you to share those names as our eyes meet. We join together on page 253 in our prayer for healing. Page 259, we join together in a prayer for the state of Israel. Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. This weekend, we acknowledge Veterans Day, and so I'd like to ask all those who are active duty or have served in the military and the armed forces, invite you to please rise so that we might acknowledge you and thank you for your service. We offer this prayer for America's military personnel. Ribono shel olam, Ribono shel olam, anu korim levirkatcha al chayalei tzva ארצות הברית, הנשים והגברים, אמיצים שגבורתם ומסירותם למדינתנו מגינה על כולנו. ריבונו של עולם, ריבונו של עולם, יותר מכל אנו נושאים תפילה שיזכו לשוב בשלום במהרה ובבריאות טובה למשפחותיהם ולארצם.
Whether by air or sea, wherever their orders take them, we ask, dear God, that they be protected within your sheltering presence.
ריבונו של עולם, ריבונו של עולם, ריבונו של עולם. Every second Friday of the month, I get a message that is sent to me clearly from Rabbi Navarez. It says, as our rabbis of the Talmud said, you're doing it this month. Now, with all of us here, and so much going on, we're going to invite all those who have birthdays this month to see us after services to receive your birthday pen. You're next month. And so to all those who have birthdays in the month of November, we offer this prayer. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet
Oh, my mic wasn't supposed to be on when I did that sigh. I'm sorry. Apologies. We've come to that moment where we will stand with Torah, where we will officially install our wonderful new rabbi. And we are a blessed congregation. We have a number of clergy that are with us in this sacred space, that teach here, that daven here, that learn here, that give me a little ajita every once in a while, and and love this place. And so, along with our clergy, along with Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, along with Rabbi Cantor Arlene Bernstein, Rabbi Jeremy Gimba, I'd like to call upon our Rabbi Emeritus Michael Burke, Rabbi Eliza Burke, Rabbi Jonathan Stein, Cantor K. Greenwald, and Erev Rav Yael Farber to join us on the bima as we prepare for our installation ceremony this evening. I'm going to ask everyone to please rise as we open the Ark.
Moses received the Torah from Mount Sinai. God transmitted it to Joshua. Joshua in turn passed it to the elders, and the elders to the prophets. The prophets transmitted the Torah to the sages of the great assembly. The sages taught three things: be deliberate in judgment, raise up many disciples, and protect the integrity of the Torah.
Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, this chain of tradition links Sinai to this very moment and continues now, as it has in every generation, as you hold this Torah scroll in your arms. Our God and God of our ancestors, set your blessings on Rabbi Ilana Ackerman Hirsch and this congregation. Instill her with wisdom and righteousness, steadfastness and devotion, as she assumes the position of assistant rabbi at Congregation Beth Israel.
Grant Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch a wise heart, candor, and courage. May she respond to every challenge with dignity. Implant within her a full measure of your compassion, that she might embody the words of our tradition. Be a disciple of our own, loving peace and pursuing peace, loving all people and drawing them closer to God.
My God, God of my ancestors, I pray that you will be my guide as I humbly embark upon the task of leading this holy community. May we work together as sacred partners to fulfill the vision and mission of this Kehillah Kedoshah. May I never lead them astray, knowingly or inadvertently, and may my hands and hearts be ever faithful in serving you.
We're all going to come around.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lach shalom.
May God's presence ever be with you, Alana. May you be granted health and long life, the courage to fill it with much joy, with much blessing, and always peace, as we say together.
Ken yehi ratzon.
sit. You don't have to stand for this part of it. I always gotta remember when to say that. Well, I mean, wow. I don't think that I can fully express how grateful I am to everyone in this community, from the adult and teen and youth choirs for making this so beautiful, to my colleagues, Rabbi Cantor Gimbel, Rabbi Navarez, Rabbi Cantor Bernstein, to the board members who are here, and to all of you. It's truly, I am shocked. And so thank you for being here tonight to celebrate my installation. I feel very honored to officially become a part of Beth Israel's long and distinguished history, and I feel very lucky to be your rabbi and to be a part of such a welcoming and supportive community. I want to share a little bit about my journey, some things that I want to bring to you and continue to bring to you as your rabbi. And really from the moment that I started learning about this community, about Beth Israel, during the rabbinic placement process about a year ago, which is hard to believe, I knew that this was a special place, really from the beginning. I was particularly struck by the way that the community described itself as a place of seekers and learners and doers, with the goal of pioneering the continuing evolution of Reform Jewish life in San Diego. And this, along with Beth Israel's mission and intent to be an inclusive, welcoming space for everyone to nurture their relationship to Judaism, resonated deeply with me. With my background and a degree in biology and a master's in educational leadership, I loved immediately Beth Israel's, and still do, spirit of innovation and creativity and inclusivity. I became a rabbi for many reasons, but with the core desire to help people find meaning in Judaism in whatever ways that looks like for them. I believe that Judaism must continue evolving to fit the needs of the Jewish people in our time, and I saw that Beth Israel and I share that vision to make Judaism, to continue to have Judaism be a place where that is continually changing and growing. Part of my personal vision for this future and the things that I hope to continue to bring to Beth Israel as your assistant rabbi is to continue to foster the community that already exists. I mean it when I say I do feel like this is a special place, but I want to continue to do that and be guided by my own and shared values of inclusion and belonging. Last year, in my final year of rabbinical school, for my thesis, I created a virtual museum exhibit called The Art of Belonging, the Jewish Task of Inclusive Education, why inclusive education matters in Jewish spaces, and how art can be a tool for inclusion. In this research, I was specifically talking about neurodevelopmental inclusion, so this is learning differences, such as dyslexia, dyscalculia, ADHD, autism, etc., those type of differences in people's brains, but I think that part of being an inclusive space means recognizing beyond just whatever our brains are like, that each person brings a one-of-a-kind perspective and their own lived experience to our Jewish spaces. And so in this exhibit, I make the case that Judaism actually obligates us to value differences and the varying needs of our community members, and to see those differences as strengthening us. Our tradition compels us to make an effort to build more inclusive environments, from religious school to adult education to ritual and religious services, because no two brains are alike, and there is no one-size-fits-all prescription for education or for what it means to be Jewish. My thesis advocated for Jewish leaders to acknowledge and celebrate the diversity of those we serve, and reminds us that Jewish tradition urges us to offer different modalities of learning so that no Jewish person is left out of community. As the rabbis of the Talmud say in Shavuot 39a, all of Israel are responsible for each other. Being responsible for all Jewish people includes ensuring that everyone has access to Jewish communal life and is able to be a part of our community. This ethos of inclusion and belonging fuels my work as your rabbi, even long after turning in my rabbinic thesis, because I believe that there is room for everyone to be Jewish in their own way, with their unique ways of processing and learning, with their different needs and diverse backgrounds. All of those things, those skills and talents, they make us special. Last Shabbat, we read the story of the Tower of Babel, where God purposely scatters the people and confuses their language so that humanity cannot take uniformity to such an extreme that there is no diversity of thought or perspectives. As my beloved teacher, Rabbi Dr. Tamara Eskenazi, writes in the Torah Women's Commentary, diversity seems to be by divine design. In the coming months and years, I hope to continue to make Beth Israel a space, and it is a space, but continue to help foster this, where all Jewish people feel included and like there is room for them in our metaphorical tent. We are made stronger by what makes us different, and each of us brings something singular and special to our community. I hope to continue to get to know each and every one of you as much as possible, and I look forward to continuing teaching and learning with you and from you, as I have already had the honor of doing in these last few months. I thought I could get through it. But thank you for choosing me to be your rabbi and allowing me to feel a part of this community. Thank you.
For our Rabbi and her students and the students of her students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. And for those who study Torah here and everywhere, they may be blessed with all they need, and let us say Amen. That's for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. That's for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. That's for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. That's for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is John Lefter. I have the honor of serving you as the president of this congregation, and I am so thrilled to be here tonight with you as we celebrate our wonderful Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, our newest rabbi. I have to share that as I was listening to the remarks tonight, I also realized that we did not coordinate any of the remarks. That's our little secret. And I really didn't know how it was going to go, but I think you'll find some very nice overlap, which only serves to highlight the amazing rabbi who we have in Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, and also share a slightly different perspective. So as a quick refresher of her journey, Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, long before she was a rabbi, she received a Bachelor's of Science in Natural Sciences with a biology emphasis and a minor in Science, Technology, and Society. After graduating, she worked in medical technology startup space before realizing that she needed more spirituality and Judaism in her day-to-day life, which is really good if your path leads you to be a rabbi. Her love of Judaism was nurtured through her family's weekly Shabbat dinners shared with her grandparents and through her experiences in religious school and while attending Jewish summer camps, which as parents gives us a lot of hope for our children. After leaving the tech world, Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch taught preschool in San Francisco and then moved to Israel, which she had dreamed of living in ever since going on Birthright. And while on Israel, she taught English to 1st through 6th graders, later enrolling in Rabbinic school. She received a master's in educational leadership from Hirsch School of Education in 2022, and earlier this year was ordained at the Hebrew Union College, the Jewish Institute for Religion in Los Angeles. During her time at HUC, Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch prioritized learning how to serve the needs of her communities and tackling new challenges with those communities. Her rabbinic work is grounded in her love of teaching, desire to create space for congregants' experiences, and her love of Torah and learning. So with this backdrop of her history, I will share with you a bit of our journey to meeting this amazing individual and spiritual leader. Our search committee spent much time together, many, many hours, in this process to find out the very best candidate for our community. We began meeting in the fall of 2023 and spent a lot of time discussing and gathering input on what were the most important qualities for our congregation in this role of assistant rabbi. We were blessed with many applicants, however, only one stood out. I will let you guess who. We were impressed with Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch from our very first Zoom interview. Her warmth, confidence, knowledge, professionalism, and humor stood out to us from the start. She embodied everything of what we were looking for in our ideal candidate. Her on-site visit confirmed our initial impression. She was funny, energetic, intelligent, personable, a good listener, thoughtful, and once again, funny, which we appreciate very much. We were thrilled when she accepted the position and couldn't wait to welcome her home here at Beth Israel. Since she began this past July, we have loved getting to know her more, learn from and with her, and integrate her into our community. We found our match in Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch. It truly was meant to be. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank once again our wonderful search committee, who put in countless hours to find our perfect match. Robin Spiegel, Senior Rabbi Navarez, Beverly Sildorf, Jay Rodriguez, Peter Gordon, Allison Prager, Dan Jones, Jody Newlander, and David Olsen Vasquez. I know many of you are here tonight. Please stand up to be recognized, as we appreciate your time, commitment, and thoughtfulness. And Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, we truly are so glad and blessed that you chose us. Welcome home. And part of what I really enjoy in this role is the fact that I bear gifts. So I would like to ask you, Rabbi Ackerman Hirsch, to join me here on the bima. I know this will come as a surprise, as you totally did not see me hiding this before services began. But it is my pleasure and privilege to present to you these two gifts on behalf of our congregation. They are a wonderful yad and a work of art. May they bring light, inspiration, peace, and blessings to your life, just as you bring to our community. Mazel tov. But wait, there is one more thing. As a continued gift from our clergy and your colleagues, to enable you to enjoy tomorrow morning, the day after installation, Senior Rabbi Navarez will be teaching Torah in the morning at 9 a.m. in the Activity Center, as well as on Zoom, which will be followed by our lay-led minion services at 10:30, and all are welcome to attend. I would also like to share a heartfelt mazel tov to two amazing young adults, Tyler and Sam, as they become B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. respectively, and a big congratulations to the Garson and Fink families. We also hope that you will join us this following Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. for an informative and also fun breast cancer awareness challah bake led by your fellow Beth Israel congregants, Dr. Ojeda Fournier, who specializes in detecting early breast cancer by utilizing multiple modalities, and Sari Harmon, the owner of Stay a While Bakery. As always, we would like to recognize our youth and teen choir, as well as the Zimria Chorale, our musicians and soloists for enhancing our services tonight with your talent, and also to thank the women of Beth Israel and the Beth Israel's Men's Club for volunteering as greeters. And last but not least, I would like to thank my colleague, Rachel, member of the Board of Directors, for joining me on the Bima tonight. This is just a small slice of the amazing programming that we have here at Beth Israel. If you'd like to find out more about all the programs, I encourage you and invite you to check out our website at cbisd.org, or find somebody with a blue badge who might or might not have the answers to your questions, but feel free to ask them anyway after the services tonight. And we hope that you will all join us for an enhanced oneg following services tonight. Thank you again. Mazel tov, Rabbi Ackerman, Hirsch, and Shabbat Shalom.
So just one more little gift. Let him hold it. It's heavy. Because you are not only a lover of Torah and a teacher of Torah, you're a student of Torah. So it's a privilege for Rabbi Navarez and Rabbi Cantor Gimbel and myself to give you a set of Jewish Publication Society Mikraot Gedolot, the Bible commentary. So we hope that you use them in good health and with us for a long, long time. We begin to conclude this beautiful service with Aleinu L'Shabbat, page 282. Won't you please rise?
Aleinu l'shabbat,
L'Adon HaKol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא שמנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Please be seated. We
think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. When you hear the name of your loved ones, we invite you to rise so that we can comfort you as a community, and if you're at home, to put their names in the chat if you wish. We are in the period of Shloshim, 30 days after burial, for Etta Faye Orkin, Arnold S. Fine, Oleg Michael Kotliar, Glenn David Laredo, Esther Cohn, Irving Goldfarb, and Kenneth Lesnick. And we remember those who died at this season in years past. Fanny Adelson, Lee Bartell, Sybil Belkin, Shlomo Ben David, Josephine Barrick, Barbara Bloom, Dorothy Browdy, Rose Brussels Sachs, Ralph Burns, James Casper, Ann Ruth Colby, Louis Coleman, Louis Deckelboim, Mark Robert Dime, Norman Eisenberg, Max Falk, Renee Adair Fellberg, Faye Fine, Lori Finkel, Sadie Finkelstein, Joseph Friedman, Alfred Garblick, Nathan Gass, Abby Gibberman, Sanford Gibberman, Martin Gilbert, Frank Goldstein, Alan Goodman, Bella Gordon, Joe Gus, Merrill Hakim, Art Harrison, Jacob Hosenpud, Mildred Ide, Thelma Jasper, Lillian Kurt, Nettie Kleinberg, Melvin Codmer, Max Koffler, Belle Colin, Rebecca Gale Korn, Ida Kuraski, Saul Le Pen, Maxwell Kurt, Golda Lerner, Bobby Lippin, Clara Loyeva, Harry Lurie, Henry Magnin, Inez Marcus, Norma Maskin, Ilse Mayer, Michael Mazurek, Leo Mintz, Benjamin W. Nathan, Janice Rabin, Ann Ratner, Josephine Reesner, Ida Ritter, Monroe A. Rosenblum, Marshall Ruderman, Daniel Rudolph, Morris B. Saski, Ray Scheinweiss, Flora Schultz, Raymond Schwartz, Ben Shapiro, Rachel Shostak, Sophie Silberman, Nicholas Simon, Ann Sunoyman, Benjamin O. Spector, Dorothy Steinman, Hannah Sternfield, Mary Stone, Robert Strauss, Harry Strom, George Struley, Gary Wax, Lillian Weiner, Zlata Weinstein, Thelma Weitz, Pat West, Raymond Joseph Zimmerman, and Elsie Zweig. If you have come here to say Kaddish and there is a name that I have not called, we invite you to stand and share that name with us. We rise as a community. Turn to page 294. We recite together Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, b'alma divra chirtei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, v'chayedecho Beit Israel, ba'gala u'bisman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lomei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmeid kudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Zichronam livracha, their memories always for us a blessing. We invite you to put down your sidurim, put your arms around each other. We join together in our final song, Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Imroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshei Zever, Ve'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Imroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshei Zever, Ve'yimru,
Turn to somebody around you, in front of you, next to you. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We join together for the Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi